All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. So I had a question about the Jackspania thermostat and thermostat housing and stuff. So I kind of do a mock-up on the K24 I've pulled out. Just give you a quick video. I know a lot of my videos that I've been doing right now are like a year old. And that's just because I finally got around to where I have time that I can actually edit videos. And so hopefully, you know, put those out and y'all like them, and maybe I can continue on moving forward with YouTube stuff. Right now, I'll be honest with you, my biggest thing I'm trying to do is save up money for the valve train. So I need cams, valves, valve springs, retainers, all from Drag Cartel. They're roughly $1,500 before shipping, tax, or whatever. Just don't have that right now. So, but once I get that, then I can put the K20 back together. That'll be a video, and we'll be able to put it in the car, and then do I guess just kind of all motor break in until I can afford a turbo kit at that time. And then eventually, hopefully, we can continue on to 240. Unfortunately, it's just sitting outside, rotting away, I guess you could say. But anyways, real quick, get back on track here for this video. So this is the K24. I've pulled it, the head off and everything. So if you got your water pump here, then this is your Jackspania. Now you get a port here that is for like doing temperature sensor, if you want a aftermarket temperature sensor. Then you have this here, which I don't, let me see if I can find my stock one. All right, so this is the stock one. So, you know, you're mounting it like this. You got the thermostat, and the part goes to the lower radiator hose, which kind of like this. So then this one runs up to your firewall for your heater core and stuff, and then this one runs on a K20 to here, or sorry, K24. Hold on, let me correct myself here. Yeah, on the K24 here, and then on the K20 it runs to theirs. Well, nope, sorry, that's the wrong place. It runs to there as well. This is an adapter, so I can use my K20 whatever you call it, intake manifold, instead of the K24 intake manifold. So, but it'll run up to here. So like this, and then this one ultimately, I don't remember why. I think I plugged it just to see if maybe my heater core was clogged, but ultimately you'd remove this plug, and then you would have a fitting if you wanted to do AN lines. There is a fitting that comes with the I think comes with the kit. I apologize, everything's scattered everywhere. If not, you can look up, I think he tells you, but you just get you an AN fitting to the whatever fitting it is over here. And then if you want to do AN, if not, you would have a like this, where it's the screw-in fitting, and then slip over for coolant hose. And then if you get the DC5 Creations, which he used to not make, the hoses, you had to make them yourself if you wanted AN lines. But if you buy it now. I think you have the option, if he's got them in stock, to buy the AN lines to be able to either go up to something like this, where you've got complete AN lines, which I think would look really cool, look really clean, which is what I plan on doing. This is, so y'all know off topic real quick, this is for the K24s. I can't remember why I have so many, to be honest with you, but you'd run an AN line off the side around to your heater core as well. But then, like I said, if you get the DC5 Creation, and hopefully, what was this propped up on? Jackson's, okay. But if you get the DC5 Creations kit, you'll get basically this. And he's got a video out that explains it as well, but this one is by Racetronics. I don't think it will fit as well. But basically, you'll put this on your over your little hose or whatever. Same with over here. Then put your O-ring on, and then just tighten this down, and then the O-ring will squeeze in and compress and secure it on there like this one, and then like this one, and then you just run your AN lines down and around, or however you want to run them. So you can see they can slide around. I think I need a new whatever you call it, not because of fluid, but a while back I was trying to fit something else on here, and I've grounded down the little bump that's on here a little bit, and I don't think it makes such a good seal. I also didn't have the motor out when I went to do his little DC5 Creations plate back here, so there's a gap there that needs to really be sealed up. I've done this is the version 1 AC tuck kit, and it goes down and around, and then stuff mounts over here. Be honest with you, if he had the version 3 out that he has now, I would have probably done that, but once again, back to task at hand. You know, it'd be cool to maybe delete this and do an AN line, but you really have to have this in if you're running the thermostat housing, or I mean heater core, and then it would kind of be useless to just run that simple line. So I guess I would just leave this and then do his get his kit. You can either buy the kit that where it comes with these fittings, and then it also comes with, you'll see it in one of the videos I've done, I can't remember where, but you basically, well, you can see here, you drill a hole here, and this is a plug, but you drill a hole, and then you have a fitting that I don't know where it's at as well, and it'll sit down in there like it'll sit down in here kind of like this plug, and then you put a set screw in there, and that's in a groove that's been machined out, and it helps hold it in so it won't come out with the pressure. But ultimately, I think doing this route, and I think this was, as you see a snap ring in there, I think this was a 160 degree, it's either a 160 or 150 degree thermostat out of like a 95 Honda Civic that my buddy suggested. It fits in here size wise, and so I would do that along with the Jackspania thermostat kit here, and then which when I put that back in, it looks like I'm gonna need a new O-ring that's flattened out pretty good. And then for the clean setup, I would probably just do AN lines. If you got a K20, you can also get, if Jackspania don't sell it, you can go to these guys, an STL Fabrication LLC, and they make this fitting here. I don't remember the thread pitch and everything. Bear with me just a second here. But they make this fitting here, and what it does is on the K20, it allows you to put in this for an AN line instead of the little slit version for the hose. And apparently I can't get that thread in. There it goes. I'm not going to push it because I think I just almost cross-threaded it. But yeah, it allow you to, like I said, do an AN line rather than the hose line, or the coolant hose, like the rubber hoses. But honestly, that's what I would do if you need anything, and they don't sell it on the DC5 doesn't sell it, then I would honestly check. Let's see, Jackspania would sell the housing. DC5 sells the hoses. I don't know if the hoses are made to fit with like a Jackspania or PLM or whatever coolant housing, swivel housing. So you'd have to read on his. Like I said, when I went and got them, the only thing that was available was the fittings. He didn't make the hoses. Now he makes the hoses, but I don't know what they're made for, like which housing it's made for. But back to, once again, long story short, if you need any stuff and you can find out what the thread pitches are, just type it into Google. Racetronics makes quite a few of them. That's where a lot of the stuff I got, like Racetronics, all that's Racetronics stuff. They're cheaper than, what's the big supplier that everybody gets stuff through. Anyways, they're cheaper than the other big company that's out there that everybody uses for fueling and coolant and AN lines and stuff like that. On some of their stuff, not all of their stuff. Like I think like shipping is sometimes will get you, like they might be cheaper on the part, but then the shipping may cost more. But they also may be the only one that has it, because the other company I've ran across sometimes doesn't have that part. You know, like they have a weird specialty selection. So yeah, I would check that out. If you have any other questions, you can certainly ask me. I will try the best I can to answer those questions and everything. Just keep in mind, I'm learning as I go as well. I'm very, I won't say newish to mechanicking. I can kind of turn wrenches and stuff, but as far as like problem solving, I guess you can say, I'm not a person that would mechanic, you know, for a living, because unless it was on my, you know, like my personal cars example, but I've not gone to school for it or worked at a mechanic shop. But on a side note, somebody else asked for me to kind of introduce myself. I guess I never really done that in a the other video, but if not, my name is Conrad. You know, I do started this 5 years ago, 7 years ago. Haven't been able to stay consistent, unfortunately, due to financial stuff, which I'm sure you all understand that struggle. It's not just me, so I'm not complaining. But financial stuff, life stuff. I also do inline speed skating, which is kind of expensive. You don't make money doing it, you lose money. But I do that, so I train quite a bit with my team out. So other than work, and if I'm not at practice, I'm either running, lifting, cycling, and then trying to get this crazy house straightened up that I seem to never do, as you can see. So I need to just get it straightened up. So maybe I can actually find those parts I was trying to show you. And then, yeah, we kind of doing some YouTube videos here on the side and see where they go. But that's about it as far as that go. Now my channel is obviously named my name, but I was sitting here thinking just another little side note bar thing, backstory. My grandfather owned a car lot called Pinkston Motors in town, and I thought as a tribute, let me get my phone, kind of show y'all, as a tribute, I was talking to my dad, and my grandfather's not passed away, just so y'all know. I thought it'd be cool. I'll show you a picture. I think this was my grandfather's brother. That would be, what, my great uncle or something, outside of their car lot back in who knows when. So it said Pinkston Motors. So then I thought, after talking to my dad, they sold a lot of 72 Camaros and stuff like that back in the day. That was obviously 1997 picture, I think, but he said they sold a lot of 72 Camaro stuff. So I had ChatGPT make that as a shirt ideal. It cleaned it up, got rid of like the power line shade thing that you can see there. And then this is a sticker, and my dad said that this was more of what the bumper sticker looked like, so I thought as a decal sticker maybe for selling. But anyways, I thought also about changing my channel name to Pinkston Motors. They don't own, it's been, shoot, I think since I moved up here back in 04, 05, I don't think they've owned the car lot, and so like the legal name and all that stuff is no longer like copyrighted. And if it was, my grandfather would allow me approval. But I thought about making naming my channel Pinkston Motors instead of my name. But I have a conflict, and y'all let me know what you think. The conflict I have with it is, if I name it Pinkston Motors, I feel like I'm dedicated to only doing car stuff, versus like if I do stuff around my house, like I've got to finish the drywall in my kitchen. I'm going to run some more electrical over to have more lights over here. So I feel like if I do things like that, then that's not really automotive related. So I feel like if I do Pinkston Motors as a let's turn these lights on, by the way, as my YouTube channel, then I'm kind of stuck with it being only automotive. Otherwise, and then I know, well, yeah, I can do a second channel, but that's a little too much for just starting out on YouTube, not having, you know, a bunch of followers, and not doing it as a full-time job to be editing for 2 channels. So and just be honestly with you, having enough content to even be on one channel all the time. So I thought about just maybe leaving it my name. Thought about maybe leaving my first name and then do something kind of like how Adam LZ, and Jimmy has Oaks instead of whatever. Kind of like finding something cool to do as the last name, or drop the first name and then find something cool to do with the last name. I don't know. If y'all have any ideas, let me know. Not anything that's kind of dumb sounding. And when I say dumb sounding, I mean, if it sounds cool to you and it's not like a joke, comment it, because I'd love to hear. But if it's like a whatever sarcastic joke type thing, don't just save your words. There's times to hold our mouths and our tongues and stuff, and I've had to learn to do that a lot lately. Not on here, but in person. But anyways, yeah, that's all really going to be for this video. I'm not even going to edit this video. So if you watch this far, you'll find out that it was not edited. It was just a straight video to just kind of explain that. I've also, kind of quick update, I can't really play music, but I've done a Raspberry Pi with a direct audio whatever hat called a DAC hat, because I just had the Raspberry Pi laying around and I had these speakers laying around, so I bought the DAC hat for $30, these for $30. So now I've got myself a car or a shop radio, you know, like some of our grandfathers had. But anyways, mine's Bluetooth, and I've said this about 5 times, but anyways, that's all for this video. I appreciate y'all watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, input. Really could use it. I think next video we're going to hopefully, well, it's going to be an old video, and then hopefully we'll get to you all seeing me clean this up and doing some stuff to the engine bay. But anyways, have a good one. Y'all take care and be safe.
Hey, Bill, I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that's a stick up. She picture perfect, so I told him I'm a